I'm just so proud of this great honor.
Derek, if you would join me, please.
Yeah!
Commissioner, please read the inscription on your plaque.
Derek Sanderson Jeter, the captain, New York AL, 1995 through 2014. Heartbeat of a Yankees dynasty, defined a 2-decade run of 1,674 games in the field at shortstop. Total.
First thing Derek did, Mr. Prepared, always observing, buttoned his tie on his jacket. His tie.
Jane Forbes Clark introducing Derek Jeter, asking him to stand up. That's how big this moment is when Michael Jordan wants to capture it.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the class of 2020, Derek Jeter.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Look for the past. Everybody asks me, how's the Hall of Fame speech coming? If I'm going to be honest with you, for 18 of those months, my response was I haven't even started yet. When I finally began, I had no idea. How do you even start? We adjust.
Or Derek's getting ready.
Thank you to the baseball writer who voted for me. Everyone, the ceremony was canceled, and then later it was postponed. Everyone told me, don't worry about it. It's going to happen eventually, and it's going to feel the same. Way too many Hall of Famers over the last 20 months, and these are all Hall of Famers that would have or could have been here. And selfishly, for that reason, it's not the same. It's history, and that's what makes it so special. I want to share two quick stories, two special moments I had with the Hall of Fame family early on in my career. The first was in 1996. I'd break a window occasionally, she'd be all right with it. And at the same time, I learned the importance of going to work every single day and doing your job no matter what from my grandfather, William Sonny Connors. When I got a little older, we used to jump the fence of our house in Michigan, and I walked to the baseball fields, Kalamazoo Central High School, and we practiced as a family. My dad pitched, my mom and my sister Charlie shagging in the outfield, and then we'd go and do the same thing for her on the softball field. That was fun for us. It's what we enjoyed. It's how we bonded as a family. Quite frankly, it's how I got better. But, it was more than just practice. It was the lessons that my parents taught me. Mom, you taught me any dream is attainable as long as you work harder than anyone else. You drilled that in my head over and over and over, and you led me to believe it. You told me never to make excuses. You wouldn't allow me to use the word can't. You show up to work, you stay positive, good things will happen, and ultimately it's going to rub off on other people. Dad, you've been the voice of reason. You taught me to be patient, listen and think before I speak. You've always been there for advice, and to this day, you're the first person I go to. I know when I retired, you said you played every game with me. And I know you recall, from time to time telling me, you keep building that resume, right? And look where it's gotten us today.
Wow.
But I'll tell you one thing, you always look out for and you have your brother's back. And I've watched you become an unbelievable mother to Jalen. And I love you. I couldn't be more proud of you and the woman you've become. Some who are in the Hall of Fame, some behind me right now. I especially want to point out Gerald Williams, Jorge Posada, Mariano, Andy, Bernie, Tino, Cece, Hideki. You guys in particular were special to me because I never had to worry about what your number one priority was, and that was winning. My agent, Casey Close. Only one thing in my life I wanted to be, and that was a shortstop for the New York Yankees. And now I'm a Yankee forever. And without question, you helped me get here today as much as any individual I've mentioned. You can't be fooled. You're passionate, you're loyal, knowledgeable, vocal, challenging, and supporting. There's a huge responsibility that comes with wearing a Yankee uniform. Just because you have it on doesn't guarantee you anything. You know, you have to earn it. You know, you demanded, I earned it. Every single day, whether it's during the season or in the off season, I felt as though I was representing you and I was representing all of New York. I did that in the best possible way I knew how. And I wanted to prove to you I belong, and you kept pushing me to prove it over and over again. I was always most comfortable on the field, especially at Yankee Stadium, playing in front of you. And I wanted you to be able to count on me. And to this day, especially right now in this moment, I still represent you. And it's been one of the greatest honors of my life. The story. You know, this day puts an exclamation point on my playing career, which was my first dream. You know, through you all, with you all, I'm living another one. Anna, you thought you married into retirement. It didn't take long for me to get back at it, but I know you didn't envision that part, but we've been through so much over the past 5 years. And you're the strongest person I know, which I'm sure you're going to say is required when dealing with me. I mean, you're thoughtful, you're caring, you've been an incredible wife and even more amazing mother. And I couldn't be luckier. Let me say it again, let me clarify. I couldn't be luckier that our paths crossed when they did. I love you so much, and you know, there's been nothing more fulfilling in my life. It's more than just a game. You know, the greatest to ever play in the Hall of Fame family, they're all watching. And I personally can't wait to welcome a few of you on this very stage, just as I have been by so many others. So thank you all once again. It's been a hell of a ride.
Not too long, not too short. No.
Gallery within the next few hours, and we hope you have a chance to stop by and see them. And we look forward to seeing you back here next Memorial Day weekend for our classic, and right here back at the Sports Center for our 2022 induction ceremony on July 24th. Thank you so much for coming. Travel safely.